It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. We're back. It's time for Randomity with the Random Kristian Show. Today, Kristian welcomes actor Michael Lloyd. We are brought to you by Neil Getzlow's book, Unmasked, Conquering Sexual Sin and Walking in Victory. Order your copy now at neilgetzlow.com. Use the code RANDOM for a 10% discount. Also sponsored by music, podcast, and video game producer Squid's Killin' It Productions. Find them on Instagram at Squid's Killin' It and on Facebook at Squid's Killin' It Gaming. Also brought to you by Consolidated Skateboards, quality skateboarding decks, shirts, shoes, and blankets on the web at consolidatedskateboards.com. Intro music provided by the Dead Campers. Their latest album, Savage, is out now. Check them out at deadcampers.com. Also, don't forget, our raffle with Marvel DC artist Tom Rash is coming up. Enter at therandomchristianshow.com/raffle. Plus, random questions of insanity. With us, as always, is our director, Matt. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, a man so random we never know when this show's going to be live. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristian Random.
Nobody knows. That's right, kids. It is I, Kristian Random. Welcome to Tuesday, and everything's working so far.
I know. Well, if
crossed.
nobody can hear you, then it's not working. But hey, we'll jump off that bridge.
I think there would be people that would beg to differ. That
right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Right.
You know, they can hear everybody else and not me, and I just.
All right. Yeah.
I'm doing my mime in the box thing.
Yeah. Well, see, and then I'll talk, and then you can just interpret for the hard of hearing.
Like on Saturday Night Live.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
And now here's Kristian Random with the news for the hard of hearing. Here I am with the day. Oh, that was the greatest bit, dude. And people got offended by it.
I know, but God, Garrett Morris was so great doing that.
Oh, dude.
He's good.
He's just one of those guys, like, and he's not a major player, but he was so perfect.
Yeah. Corey Hall, how's it going, buddy?
So awesome. Oh, yeah. Let's say hi to Corey and enable my chat here. Sorry about that. Okay, Corey. Now you're on. Okay. There goes
if Corey can hear you, then we're good.
Yes. Long time, yes, sir. Long time no see, no
That's
hear.
True.
No, nothing working well. Bad computer. Which will really hopefully be remedied next week.
Hopefully.
We should have the new computer here within a couple days, and then it'll be several testing periods as we move along.
Yeah. Brutal.
Dude, Corey just dropped the mic. Can we go back to not hearing Chris and just seeing him?
That's below the belt, Corey. Wow.
There, Corey. Did you see that?
And the Love Fest continues the day after Valentine's Day, everybody. Welcome to the Random Kristian Show. And Corey and Kristian are already going at it. The angry couple that they are.
Now, really? Oh, are you jealous?
I've been shipping you guys for a while. So
you've been held back for a while,
right?
So.
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting show for sure. Today is actually National Happy Endings Day, by the way.
Okay. I forgot to schedule my massage.
Well, Valentine's Day, happy endings.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I did find this out, and this was an interesting fact. Valentine's Day has not only become one of the most popular days to propose, besides I think Christmas and New Year's, but it has also become one of the most famous days to break up with your partner.
Well, that's true, because you don't you have the pressure of getting a gift sometimes, and if you're not fully on board of the okay, I hate to say this. I absolutely hate to admit this, but I have broken up with someone because a gift giving holiday was coming up, and I wasn't fully invested in the relationship, and I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. I can't. So
I
yeah,
can
it
just see
wasn't.
you at Target looking at a card. You got some candy, and you're like, cards $5, candies, what?
Hey,
You know, it's
when
all
we
good.
were poor, it's a big decision to make. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't have, I mean, back then it was maybe $20-$30 for a decent, for an acceptable gift
Right.
for a
Oh yeah.
girlfriend, right? And hey, back in my 20s, I did not have that money to spend. So, and again, if I'm not
Back in my day, we didn't
right,
have gifts on
oh,
Valentine's Day. All we had were rocks and dirt, and we throw it at each other. We go, "Here, I love you," and I don't love
I
you
can
that
see
much.
Matt frowning from the director's chair already, and
Yeah, I
I can't
know.
even see his
You
video.
can
Like
just
I,
see it just "Rrr, rrr, stupid old grumpy old man character. Nobody likes a grumpy old man." I know. Yes, he's already screaming in my ear. But yeah, so happy happy endings day. So
okay,
yeah, lots of interesting things have been happening around us and well and to us. Yeah, I've had a couple of weeks off because of poor internet and computers and just life craziness as well. But
yeah,
I think we're all back on a roll now, so that's a good thing. We've got actor Michael Lloyd coming on, actor, writer, director. He's quite the busy boy, and
yeah,
we found out some more interesting things about him before the show that was super cool. So I can't wait
cool.
to talk to him. Now March 1st, kids, coming up soon.
That's
Make
right.
sure that you're getting on. It is www.therandomchristianshow.com/raffle. And you go there, put in $3. You're going to get a shot to not only guest host on the show, but win signed artwork from the one and only Tom Rash, who has worked for DC Comics, who has worked for Marvel Comics, has his own character. He's got his own universe now, is what he's calling it. It's called the Trash, which
Oh,
I think is
nice,
funny. Yeah,
nice. That's
it's
great.
T Rash, his last name. So he
Yeah,
calls it the Trash Universe, and
that's
it's got all
incredible.
his characters. And Black Alpha is either he won't tell me much about it, but apparently it's either going to be a TV show or a movie.
The
And
smart move is a TV show at this point, I would
I
say.
think so. See, dude,
Yeah,
and that's what I'm kind of hoping for. If he can pull out a series, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
So I'm very psyched for that. And yeah, he's being kind of tight-lipped about it, but I keep kind of needling him every now and then. But he's like super busy every time I see him.
Well,
So
yeah.
or
Hopefully,
talk
we
to
can
him.
get more of him out of the podcast. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to be great. He's a real fun guy. Just had a baby, so he loves talking about his kid and stuff.
oh, that's good.
So yeah, it's going to be a blast. But
Cool.
yeah, so make sure a week before March, we got to have them all in, and then we will do a drawing, and we will announce on the show who our big winner is for the signed artwork and guest host. You get to sit here with me and Andy and Mr. Tom Rash. Yes, that's right. Okay. Also, let's see. Oh, yeah. Next week we've got Travis Dunn, another actor who is
Yeah,
up and coming as well. And but I'll bet he hasn't done some of the cool stuff Michael's. All right, we got to get him on.
yeah.
You had a couple of topics you were you had kind of
Well,
aforementioned.
so I know that we've been doing our top 12 lists, and
Yes.
I have a super fast one that we can get through.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if you are aware, but we just lost one of the great comedy directors of our time, Mr. Ivan Reitman,
Yeah. Oh,
passed
yes.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I heard about that. And I did see Ghostbusters, by the way.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Did you cry at the end?
I got a little misty.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna cry."
Right. Yeah. Um. So anyway, I thought I would just do a really quick top 12 of my favorite movies that he's directed.
I'm gonna
If
get
you,
verklempt.
yeah, if you don't mind.
Talk amongst yourselves. Go ahead
Yeah.
with the top 12.
Okay. So number 12, because it had two of my favorite actors, it wasn't necessarily the best movie, but Father's Day. Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. This was this was an okay movie. Like, it wasn't great, but it was, I mean, like Billy Crystal and Robin Williams, you can't
go wrong.
Yeah. No. Number 11, My Super Ex-Girlfriend. This was with Uma Thurman and Luke Wilson.
Was that him? I did not know that was one of his movies.
He directed this movie, and I love it. I thought it was great. Number 10, Ghostbusters 2. Is Ghostbusters movie. It had to make the list.
Right.
Number 9, 6 Days, 7 Nights. This was with Harrison Ford and Anne Hesh. I actually love this movie.
Yeah. Actually, Anne Hesh was kind of hot in that one.
No, she was great in this movie. And I think this is just when she came out too. And no, this was such a great movie. Number 8, because I'm a big football nut, Draft Day with Kevin Costner. This one came out in 2014.
Dude, you can't go wrong with Kevin Costner.
No.
Sorry.
And this was, I really love the way that this movie was put together. Number 7, this was one of his first movies, Meatballs. This had to be on the list. I mean, come on.
It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. Oh my God. It's
the
greatest movie. It was one of my first Bill Murray movies.
Yeah. Number 6, this is one. Yeah. So number 6, Kindergarten Cop. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
I thought that was wow, I didn't know that was Ivan Reitman. I thought
Ivan Reitman directed it. But
okay.
This is one of those quotes that, all right, we're gonna play this little game. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I've got a headache.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a tumor. It's not a tumor. I do a horrible Arnold impersonation.
Yeah. So I might get some crap for having this up so high on my list, but Dave, the Kevin Kline romantic comedy where he's the president.
Yes.
And he's portraying the president. I
freaking love that movie.
This is one of those movies that's when it's on, I have to watch it.
Yeah. I once caught a fish this big
with the robotic arms.
Giant robotic arms, yes.
Yeah. Number 4, Twins. Arnie and Danny DeVito.
Oh, yes. That's a great one.
Yeah. So the top 3 were really, really hard to pick.
Hold on. You ready?
What's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah. Top 3. Number 3 is Stripes.
Yeah.
This movie, I can't tell you how many times I've watched this movie. Number 2, Evolution with David Duchovny, Orlando Jones, Sean William Scott, where the aliens come into the.
Oh my God! I forgot about that movie. That's a number 2.
Yeah, it's
seriously.
Absolutely.
How is Stripes number 3? And dude,
I quote Evolution weekly. That's how big it is for me. And obviously, number 1 is Ghostbusters. Hands down. I watched that movie in the theater maybe 12 times. Yeah. So that is my tribute to Mr. Ivan Reitman. Thank you so much for forming my comedy mind. Let's we can get Michael in. Oh yeah, we got the
what?
No.
I was gonna.
Oh.
No. Yeah, nope. That was an awesome list. Well done. Excellent work.
No,
all right.
You.
So my next guest is let's see. He's a writer, actor, director. He's his biggest claim to fame right now is the hit series on USA Network, which is Queen of the South, and which his character is awesome. And I've only seen a little bit of it because I don't have the whole series yet. So, but he doesn't say anything. It's all in his face, dude. It's all in his expressions, and it's because I didn't get it at first. I'm like, why am I I'm not seeing, and like I'm going through and I'm fast forward and I'm like, he doesn't say anything. What's going? And I'm like, oh my God, that's the beauty of the character. He doesn't say shit. And I was, oh my God, I was so fired up. Nice. And but he's also, and we found this out I'm going to bring him on Let's
Yeah,
in
get
fact,
him in here.
let's bring back I'm Too Sexy, because it's that one hell of
It's
a
good
way
opening
to
music.
bring on
It is
Michael
great opening
Lloyd.
music.
Michael Lloyd, welcome to
Hey!
the show. How are you, buddy?
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. No, we're fired up to have you on, dude. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
So first off, I gotta say, Queen of the South is like one of my wife's newest addictions, dude. She's like, she got me into binge watching shows. And so I'm like, well, yeah, let's watch it. We'll see some of it. And like, we started at the beginning and we just got fully sucked into it, dude. And, but your character is freaking classic, dude. I love your expressions are just, I mean, it's like you don't have to say any words. It's it's just so cool the way you do it. But yeah. So, former Marine, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
From 2010 to 2014, served with 2nd Tank Battalion, 2nd Marine Division as a M1A1 tank crewman.
Yes. Oh my
Awesome,
God, that
man.
is so balls out awesome. And okay, so like, I gotta ask, since you got to play in the tank,
Mhm.
as I'm going to call it plane, did you just like go on random cruises every now and then, just like go tear crap up, and you're just like, now let's go over here, dude?
Oh no, I actually always dreaded taking the tank out because afterwards, what followed was always a headache. Because with
Oh, sure.
every hour of operation, it requires at least 5 hours of maintenance.
Oh,
Correct.
wow.
Every
wow.
hour of operation requires 5 hours of maintenance. So after we get back from the field, it's really just weeks of cleaning and maintaining and changing
man.
batteries and changing oil and changing fluids and doing all this other maintenance stuff. But that's the beauty of that vehicle. Is just it requires so much care. It really is a monstrosity delicate still, and
Sure.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think, wow, so every hour, so like, let's say, now what's the longest you had to run in the tank?
The longest I stayed in a tank was about 12 hours straight.
Oh, wow.
We were doing this training mission out in 29 Palms, and it's a joint operation type thing where it's called EMV Mojave Viper, and basically all the units come out. So tracks, tanks, artillery, infantry, air, all of us, we all get together and we do like these joint task training missions. And the one that we had to do was more for the UAVs. Their job was to find us in the desert, so that they had to basically learn how to locate and identify vehicles in the field. So
Oh, gotcha.
our job was to basically play hide and seek from the drone.
Oh, wow.
So for 12 hours. For 12 hours.
Man.
And there was actually a few times where I nodded off and fell asleep in the tank during the mission.
Oh, wow.
Because
How the hell do you fall asleep in a tank?
so you're in the driver's hole, you're basically in this like reclined position. So those lounge chairs at the pool where you lay back. It's kind of like that.
Oh, wow.
So you're like laying on your back in the tank when you're driving.
Just no margaritas and suntan.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really have much space. So like right here, like shoulder width, like I can like move about this much inside the tank. This is about how much movement I have inside.
Right.
So it gets comfortable. You get comfortable in that hole. And it gets warm too. It obviously gets really warm. There's no AC inside that vehicle. There's not.
Right.
Yeah.
You do have a heater though, ironically enough, but no AC. So this was in the summer too. I want to say like August or something like that.
Wow.
Was when I was out
29
there.
Palms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was it was a little toasty, and so we would have to drive, right, and then stop and basically wait and see if they can identify us, and then drive and then stop and see if they can identify us. And there would be times where we're just sitting there for like a good minute.
Yeah.
So I put the tank in park, right? And I'm sitting there waiting for my orders to roll
It
out.
sounds so easy. Like, oh, just put the tank in
Yeah,
park.
you do. You just, it's like, so you have this like T
Turn the
handle
radio
that's
on and-
kind of like a it's like a bike handle, right? Like a motorcycle handle, right?
Okay.
You have the throttle up here too. And the gears are kind of like in this middle piece where it's just kind of like this little I don't know how to call it, like a switch that goes, you know, drive, reverse, neutral. So yeah, you just put it in park, boom, just sit there, right?
Wow.
So you're sitting there waiting in this reclined position in a toasty little hole,
Right.
to get told to roll out. And we had this internal comm system right on our helmets, and I'm just like laying there. I don't even remember falling asleep. I just remember hearing Lloyd. 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 I was like, I'm up. It's like, roll out. So yeah,
I'm rolling.
That's
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like having you start having flashbacks to being at your parents. And you're like, whoa, okay, I'm up.
Right,
I'm up.
yeah.
I'm going to school. Jeez,
I'll take the trash
Mom.
out. I'll take the trash out. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you know, back in
It's
my
fun
days
stuff.
when I'd just be really high
Yeah.
playing Nintendo. So okay. So and now and you know, I know you say, you know, you feel kind of selfish about what you did, but dude, I think you did a fantastic thing. I mean, you helped serve our country, but
Yeah.
you also, dude, you helped yourself out because you used it for the GI Bill, right?
Yeah, I did. I used my post 9/11 GI Bill to go to the Los Angeles Film School and
Boom.
got my bachelor's degree of science in digital filmmaking.
Dude, that is awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and now you just recently graduated how long ago?
I just graduated this past August.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Nicely done, man. Okay, so and now your whole aspirations here, are you more into the directing side of writing? What are you what's your big thing here?
So acting has been my biggest passion.
Right.
I started acting in high school my freshman year, and very first play I ever did was our high school's rendition of The Little Rascals, and I played Alfalfa.
Nice. That's great.
Nice.
So, and then I did it every year throughout high school, and you know, I got better every year, and I really enjoyed it, and I liked it. And I always got complimented on how well I performed. I don't know if people were blowing smoke up my butt, but you know,
Right.
I'll take it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I didn't see it as a sustainable career, though. Hence the Marine Corps. However, when that was taken away from me, I didn't really know what else to do with my life, and I moved back to Arizona, where I'm from, and I took a desk job doing customer service and sales, and did that for about a year. I got tired of it. It was just really, really boring. I mean, you know, you go from driving a tank to doing a desk job of getting yelled at by customers about why their pay-per-view isn't freaking working. It's like cry me a freaking river.
Right. Yeah.
It's you just want to get on the phone and go, you know, I used to drive a tank and I can get a hold of one and drive it through your damn house.
Yeah, it's like I didn't yeah, you know, so it was really, really, really frustrating. So my mom had been living in New Orleans at that time for like a few years by then. And I was, you know, bitching to her one night about, you know, how boring you know, Tucson was. And she's like, you know, come out here. I know someone that can get you a job in security that does security on like film and TV sets, and they hire veterans and law enforcement.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, okay, so that's good. And, you know, she would be there. So I do have a support system, you know, so it was like, it made sense to me.
Yeah.
So I ended up moving to New Orleans, and I started doing the security job within a month, and I also started looking into how to get acting jobs. And the very first thing that I ever did was this Netflix production called Zoo, and I was a prisoner for this scene, and they brought on like real dire wolves and the lights and the camera, and then we were using it in an actual prison too. It was unoccupied wing of the prison, but it was still active and working.
Oh, dude,
Oh my
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was intense, and
I
there
was
were
gonna
wolves
s-
there, like the same wolves from Game of Thrones. They were there.
Right.
Ah.
So yeah, and I just kept doing it and got gigs, and I realized, oh, this is attainable. This is, this
Yeah.
is realistic. I
Yeah.
could actually do this. So yeah, and then ever since then, I've just been kind of like pursuing acting. Film school was more just to help shape my perspective around the filmmaking industry
Sure.
and help me understand all the different jobs and
Right.
find my place, because actors aren't always just actors. A lot of
Yeah.
actors end up becoming producers and directors and end up writing their own stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I thought it was good knowledge to have under my belt. I had basically a free college ticket
Right.
Yeah.
in my back pocket. So boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So okay, and yeah, and we've actually, we've had some other actors and stuff on the show, and like this one guy, Larry Hankin, he loved working with the director because he always wanted to see what the director was doing. So he'd sit there in his off scenes, he'd just sit on the side and drill the director on, well, why are you doing this? And watch what he was doing, and try and look through his eyes to pick out what how he was making things happen. And I mean, yeah, if this is something you're passionate about, yeah, dude, learn all different aspects of it, and get into the you know just get into the depths of it, so that way you become that much better. I think in the end, also,
Mhm.
it's when I was in radio, I started learning how to do all the production stuff, and you make a commercial, then you learn how to program direct, where you're sitting there and talk about freaking tedious back in the day was program directing all the songs. You'd sit there and just kind of match back and forth on an ancient computer system,
Yeah.
and then printing it out and then going, okay, here you got to play these songs, and it's this CD and this CD and this CD, then you got to play this cart, and
Yeah, but
yeah,
ultimately you're going to be there at the right time for you to sort of put on one of your other hats and say, hey, I can do this, I can try
yeah.
this.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you roll into that, and yeah, you're like, say you're on the set somewhere, and they'll be like, "Oh man, we don't have." Hey, I can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go.
So
So
things have started pretty good for you in terms of acting then.
yeah,
Yeah, they did. And I've had to learn a lot about patience.
Yeah.
uh,
Right.
because it's not consistent. It is
Sure.
not constant. There is a
Yeah.
lot of waiting. But
Yeah.
I'm used to the hurry up and wait game. So
Right.
yeah, you were in the Marines.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
take a tank and go hide it, and then go hide it
Yeah.
again, and go hide
Yeah.
it again, and stay awake doing that. So yeah,
Right.
no, we get that. Now, okay, so let's go down some of the stuff that you've been in here, bud. Some pretty impressive things. Uh, movie wise, LBJ, I think that's really cool. And I know you say you were just kind of a short glip, but dude, every little bit in a movie is always a key thing. There,
Yeah.
so, and that's what I love. And we've talked to, like I said, we've had a few other actors on here, and even when they've done little bits, it's like, yeah, but that's the flavor of the movie. That's what adds that extra spice to it. So that's really cool. Now,
Right.
what were you doing in LBJ again?
So I was a Secret Service agent in
Okay.
LBJ, and the scene that I'm in is the hospital scene after the Kennedy assassination.
Oh,
And I have Brian Stepanak is on the other side of Woody, and I have Woody by the arm, and we're basically just like rushing through the hospital. I'm like stiff arming doctors out of the way, like, get out of the way, vice president coming through. Um, and I actually ended up making the trailer. My scene actually
Oh,
ended up
cool.
making the trailer of the movie too. So I got to see that, and that was like really cool. And that
yeah.
was like the very first big thing for me, because all the other stuff that I did, like NCIS New Orleans, Scream Queens, Zoo, Into the Badlands, and stuff like that, you can see me, but I'm still, just kind of general background. It's not
Yeah.
like there's any kind
Yeah.
of emphasis on what I'm doing. Whereas with LBJ, there was a lot of focus. I have at least like 2 minutes of screen time on that one, so I'm pretty excited about that, as stupid small as it is.
Yeah.
But
and
still.
and yeah, and Queen of the South is now, I think, so far my biggest achievement acting wise in the industry, because it's my first non-speaking named character in a mainstream TV series.
Yeah. And again, go ahead, Andy. What was that?
No, I gotta say, it's got to be satisfying to. I mean, I assumed that you were probably pitched like, hey, you're gonna go in for this audition, but it's a non-speaking role. But
actually, it's really interesting. It's actually a little different. I didn't think that I was going to be featured like that. I actually almost slept on the role, and
all right,
it was supposed to just be like a general featured background, is what it was pitched to me as when I got the availability request. And I responded the following day saying screw it. And then that's when they called me and said they wanted me to come in and audition.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, oh, okay, audition for a background role. That's interesting.
Yeah.
At first I thought, oh, that means they might want to give me lines. I got like excited. And then they teased me at the end of the audition too. And he was like, yeah, we're actually thinking about giving you lines. I'm like, don't tease me like this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but again, it's, you know, even though it's a non-speaking role, it's got to be satisfying too, because that's a whole different aspect of, you know, you're taught to emote and you're taught to all this stuff in school and in theater school, but at the same time, a lot of what you do is through your mouth, right? But to be able, you know, this must have presented a whole other challenge for you in terms of, okay, no, I gotta get through this, and I gotta convey this without not speaking a word.
Absolutely. I mean, having to basically pantomime your actions, your communication. It isn't the first time I've had to do it though. I did get practice in high school during this one play. It was, I want to say, my sophomore year, and we were doing this one act play, and the role that I had was a clown, and the summary or synopsis, the synopsis was, this guy ran over my monkey and killed him, and I tracked him down to get revenge for my monkey, I guess. I don't know. But I can't remember exactly. But I was a clown that could not communicate with anything but a horn, where it was
my goodness. That's great. That is great.
That was it. That was my only form of communication throughout the whole thing. So yeah, I've had to, and I had to pantomime all of it. No speaking, no nothing.
Oh, wow.
So that was hard to do.
Yeah.
And also it was really hard to keep character for all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had to like keep biting your lip or something, dude, because well, especially the first thing that came to my head was, my name is Indigo Montoya. My monkey. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
So like that's just where my brain goes. But wow. Okay, so I'm still trying to.
You're stunned. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. So, I mean, I know, right? That's just But I mean, but think of it too. There are characters like that in cinema. I mean, like, and I go to Star Wars. You get Chewbacca, right? He has growls, and then
you had to go to Star Wars, but yeah.
Well, but and R2-D2 has beeps and everything, but you like they're having normal conversation, right?
Yeah,
right.
And that's like, and that's sort of the part of it. So you got to, you know, and almost you got to figure, the horns. I'm R2-D2. Those are my beeps. I'm Chewie. Those are my roars. You know, like that's that's how I talk to people, and that's. You know, and I mean, it works, you know, for certain things, it works, you know. I mean, what Waterboy had the assistant coach that talked in a huge Southern drawl and everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so right, yeah. Blake Clark, he's so good, but I mean, you know, But yeah, you know, you got to think that there are characters like that out there. They're more prevalent than you would think they are.
I started to look at it as Flacco was like the Boba Fett of Queen of the South.
There you
How
go.
I started to look at it.
Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah.
All right. So
it's so stupid, but yeah.
But no,
I want to get some more into your character Flacco because yeah. But let's we're going to take a quick break here, and I'm going to we're going to do a commercial for our sponsor real quick, Neil Getzlow and Unmasked, and then we'll be right back with you. All right, Michael, is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, hang tight, buddy. Hold on. And why is this not working? Oh yeah, there we go.
You got it.
It's been a while now, I know, right?
Yeah.
The Random Christian Show is proudly sponsored by Neil Getzlow's new book, Unmasked. Hey, it's Kristian, and we're all struggling with something in our lives. I mean, men and women both. Maybe it's an addiction or loneliness or bitterness, something that just keeps us on edge. Well, for Neil Getzlow, he had an addiction to porn that started when he was just 9 years old. And then it built up and it turned into a sex addiction as an adult. But thanks to the power of prayer and forgiveness from both God and his wife, Neil was able to walk away from those struggles and completely turn his life around. Now, it may be you or somebody you know, but if Neil can do it, I promise you, you can do it too. There is hope and there is a way out. God's going to give you the path, but are you going to take it? I want you to check out Neil's new book, Unmasked, and learn all about this. If you use the code RANDOM for free shipping, you're going to save a bunch of money and you're going to really help yourself or somebody out. All right. Go to therandomchristianshow.com. There's a link there, or go to neilgetzlow.com, neilgetzlow.com, and check it out. Don't forget to put in the code RANDOM for free shipping. Boom. Yeah. All right. Yes. Back to the show here. Welcome back to the Random Christian Show. We have actor, director, writer extraordinaire, Mr. Michael Lloyd with us, and who is now reached a pinnacle here with the character Flacco on the USA Network's Queen of the South. Apologize. Okay. So, and again, you say no lines for this guy. So they were teasing you. So you were actually about to have some lines, you thought, or what was going on there?
Yeah, I thought so. When I got the role, I initially didn't think that I was going to fit it, because sometimes I get like these availability requests for characters that don't match my description the way that they think it does, because that's how I end up getting some of these calls. And this was looking for like a Sicario type, and I'm not exactly Latino, and I didn't want to misrepresent or anything. Although I do appear Latino to a lot of people, I am not. Okay. So I slept on it. I don't know why, but then the next day I replied to it. And then that's when I got a call the next day saying they wanted me to come in an audition. So that's the first time I ever had to go in an audition for a role. And that's what made me think that they were going to give me lines, because this was my first experience, and the only thing that I could think of that they would want to audition someone for is for speaking.
Right.
So, but when I got the sides for it, there were no lines. So I studied the script that they gave me. I studied it over and over and over and over and over again. And I had a couple days to prepare, and I would actually practice my facial expressions in the mirror to make sure that I could, because naturally I tend to naturally have an intimidating face, but I wanted to know what my resting face was, so I'd have to like check what that was every now and again. Because I don't know what I look like. I do, because there are so many times that people have like said, "You're scary. Why are you so scared? Why do you look so angry? Why do you look so mean?" Like, I've had people say that to me, like, and I've scared people. And I've actually gotten charged with intimidation and threat at one point because I scared the piss out of somebody. Yeah,
no way.
I said, "Give me one good reason why I shouldn't fucking kill you right now," and that apparently scared him away.
Oh, well,
scared him enough to call the cops and get me 12 months of unsupervised probation that I later ended up having expunged from my record, but nonetheless, I still ended up scaring the piss out of him.
Some people, I tell you.
Assholes.
I ended up preparing for that role, and when I got to the audition and everything, it was through Caballero Casting, and I believe Brent Caballero is who I met. And yeah, it was really cool. We just did a couple takes. That was all you needed. He said he wanted to get me standing and sitting, like, because it was just me and him in this room and a cell phone to record my audition.
Yeah.
And he wanted to, like, do a couple. He had a couple ideas of like what he wanted to look for. I did just a couple takes, like 3 or 4, just sitting, and that was like enough for him.
Oh,
And I
wow.
was like, that was it. That's good. That's great.
Oh, that's cool.
And then later I ended up finding out I was the only person they ended up auditioning for to begin with. So that was
Yeah.
weird. And then I was like, okay, so I basically was competing against myself. So that's interesting.
But
Yeah.
see, that's the cool thing is they were like, okay, this is the dude. We just got to make sure he knows how to do the part.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, at the end of the audition, he was like, the writers are considering expanding the character a little bit more and giving it lines.
Yeah.
To be open to that. I was like, yes, please.
Right. Yeah.
Give me my break.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, give me.
Because you need your SAG money, man.
Well, but then now it can be like a funny point to where you finally do say something, at one point in an episode of, it's like, wait, that was the thing,
Yeah. But it was the final season, so the series is done with.
Bummer.
The fifth season that I'm in, which is episode 4 and 6, is supposed to come on Netflix. Sometime this year. I think, like around
Gotcha.
April
Okay.
or March. I think.
Yeah.
But dude, I think it's the clip that you have posted or something where it's an intro where I think it's like one of your first scenes or something where what's his name, Pote, right?
Yeah.
Is the character calls you in.
Yeah.
And the girl goes, Pote, we need a moment. And,
Yeah.
dude, your expression was just like,
Yeah, make me.
I mean, dude, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. It's like,
Yeah.
there's your moment. Okay, take it. Because I mean, the role you play. Now explain what Flacco is. I mean, he's just kind of
So Flacco is a sicario,
Right.
which is kind of like a Mexican gangster, assassin type. And
there you go.
the-
That's
the
what I
back-
was looking for.
the background that I kind of gave Flacco was that he was prior, Mexican special forces or something like that,
Mhm.
and has now been entrusted by Pote to protect his, only love,
Right.
and child, Kellyanne,
Right.
played by Molly Burnett, who, by the way, is the sweetest girl ever.
Oh, nice.
And Pote also hilarious. And he basically is in charge of like watching over her in the same way that Pote would.
Yeah. And he just takes it. Dude, it's just a whole new level. It was just so cool to the way I don't know. Again, it's almost like oh my gosh, Harpo Marx. Okay. Never says a word, but everything it's all about expression. And ironically, I guess Harpo used a horn. So that alludes back to your previous acting scene with the horn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think it's great that the way you everything is, there's no words, but everything you do there's so much purpose in it. It's great. And so I'm obviously they saw that in you.
Yeah. And it's definitely it's inspiring for me to like keep going. It's been kind of difficult lately and a little discouraging because I haven't been finding a whole lot and I haven't been getting a whole lot of callbacks, and also work's been kind of getting in the way. Like I do security part-time as well, and I'm actually about to go on ship tomorrow the 16th through the 24th. So I'll basically be doing, security work on a freighter in the middle of the Mississippi River.
Oh,
That's coming in from overseas.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So hey, we could be alluding right back into a scene from the movie.
Maybe
You're like, I can't talk anymore about it.
If they got drugs, then yeah, we got problems. So
or we could just have a big party.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, and I know you got limited time. Speaking of work and stuff, and trust me, we all know about it because as podcasters, we don't really rack in the big bucks like Joe Rogan does. So, we do a little thing here towards the end of the show that we like to call random questions of insanity. Would you like to play?
Absolutely. I love it. Let's go.
All right, dude. So basically, we're going to start off with just very simple ones here, which is our go-to. What is your favorite James Bond movie?
Oh, the one with which one? It's one of the ones with Pierce Brosnan. Don't get me wrong, I love
Oh.
Daniel Craig, but I grew up on
Mhm.
Pierce Brosnan.
See,
Okay.
okay.
I think
And
Tomorrow
ev-
Never Dies. I think that was like one of my first
Yeah,
ones that I watched. I think that's
that was
why.
Pierce Brosnan, wasn't it? Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. So Andy also does a podcast called Rum and Regrets. It's mostly about movies and superhero
Yeah.
TV shows and things like that. Star Wars and
Yeah. Sean
Yeah.
Connery was also a great James Bond. Daniel Craig, I love Daniel Craig's James Bond as well. But yeah, I think Pierce Brosnan is just, for me, it's a nostalgic thing. So I have a
Sure.
lot of memories tied to it. That's probably why.
Okay.
All right. Nope.
No.
Hey, there's
a
no
completely
wrong
acceptable
answer.
answer. Yeah, totally.
Yes. Okay. Our second most popular question that we like to ask is, you're here, you're home, okay? You're chilling out. You're going to your fridge. You're going to make your favorite sandwich. So you open up the fridge. Everything to make your favorite sandwich is in there. Bread to condiments to everything in between. What do you put on it? What kind of sandwich?
All right. So first of all, here's what we're gonna do.
Break it down. Break it down for us, Michael.
We're gonna break out the big Italian loaf. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right.
Then we're gonna break out the provolone. All right.
All right.
Ooh.
We're gonna slather on.
Dude,
a
listen to
little
him.
bit of
He's got the
dressing.
full on East Coast.
All right.
Dude, you're pulling back to your roots, dude.
Hey. No. Slow it down.
We're
Get
getting the
nice and slow here.
Italian. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we got the
good
Italian
sauce,
loaf, we got
Roy,
the
you know what I'm
provolone going.
saying?
You got the
What do-
provolone. You gotta dress it with a little bit of Italian dressing
There you
first
go.
before
Yeah.
you put it in and toast it. Okay.
There you
And
go.
then get a
Mm.
little
Of course.
bit. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
A little bit of
Delicious.
crunch. A little bit of
Right.
crunch to that loaf. There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you throw on the lettuce. All right. The big leafy lettuce, not
Yeah.
the bitch shredded lettuce. Okay.
No. Yeah.
And then you want to put on some nice fresh diced tomatoes. All right.
There you
Oh,
go.
diced. Okay, I like
Yes,
it.
diced, absolutely. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw on the pastrami. All right, then the salami.
There
Okay.
you go.
And then the bruschetta.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Ooh.
correction, bruschetta.
Oh yeah.
And then you put it all together.
Nice.
And
There you go.
try not to cream your pants.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh.
So it's my honest opinion that you're missing out in the menu voiceover department.
You're gonna be the new Subway spokesperson, is what it is.
Seriously, man. That
Welcome to
description
Subway.
over a sandwich, I mean, that could have been your Super Bowl commercial right there. You
The
know.
Subway sponsor me.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I
promise.
think we got something here.
I promise you can trust me. I won't have kitty porn in my computer.
Oh shit. No, it'll be full blown adult porn, I promise. Okay, so now just because I want to see if Flacco were to make a sandwich, what would it be? Or Flacco, sorry.
Oh God, man, I don't even know what Flacco would eat. To be honest with you, probably something traditionally from Mexico.
Just a torta.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Probably a tamale.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that was easy enough. All right.
I didn't get into his food habits. I didn't get that deep.
You didn't get that deep into the character.
Hey,
All right.
so I have one real quick. If you could play any character from past TV or movies at any point in any time, what character would you take on?
God, I hate that question.
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh man, there's so many. I have so
Yeah.
many. There's so many. God.
Yeah. Well, I like give us one. Like what's one that would be awesome to play?
Spider-Man. For sure.
Okay.
I
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
don't have the look for it, but yeah, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Now, are you big into comics and all that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I could show you. I could turn my camera and right to my left over here, I have my special edition Spider-Man PS4 Pro, and
Nice.
I have like my Miles
Oh.
Morales and Spider-Man stuffies there. I also
Oh,
have like
no
a bunch of
way.
Spider-Man bobbleheads. I also have like a
Yeah.
Spider-Punk freaking Pop Funko over here. I also got yeah, I'm
Oh.
full out nerd, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
His Instagram is very Star Wars forward as well.
It
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Okay, so well
Sickness.
then let me just plug something here with you real quick. On March 1st, we're gonna have artist and writer Tom Rash from DC Comics and Marvel Comics on the show.
Yeah.
If you enter into the raffle at therandomchristianshow.com/raffle, and you can win signed artwork from him. He worked on Wolverine, he worked on Iron Man, he worked on Batman, has done a bunch of the X-Men, and then he's got Black Alpha out and a bunch of other stuff, his Trash Universe. So just gonna give a little shameless plug to that right there. So make sure you get that in. But yeah, dude, and that would be fun to have you on too.
I would
So,
definitely. I heard about the raffle at the beginning of the show. I was like, I have to sign up for that.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So yeah, definitely make sure you do that. Let's right. Let's see. I've got what time we got? Okay,
We
let's
can
get one.
go over a little bit if you guys need
Okay.
to. If you got a few more
Okay.
questions, I'm
Let's
totally
do
down.
one, do one more question with a little discussion. I think that'll fly.
Yeah. Okay. I think should I do the Star Wars one?
No, I hate that question.
Oh, you guys are such Star Wars haters. It is not a horrible question.
Sorry, our
Okay.
director is yelling at us.
Yeah, nobody can hear you, Matt. Shut up. Do you? All right, then I'm doing the unicycle. If you could
Perfect.
ride a unicycle, would you feel you were better than others, and how would it change your life? And would you feel superior? Again, random questions of insanity.
I'm just thinking of some douchebag on a unicycle riding around.
Like I'm
But,
better
dude,
than you are.
People who ride unicycles think they're badass, and you just want to go.
No.
Oh, really? You're on one wheel. Boom. You're
Yeah,
knocked
it
over
just
now.
takes one rock, and you're done. You know, like that's it. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, bicycles are not that much better. You know, one stick and you're done, right?
Yeah.
But a unicycle, like, why? I don't understand. I never understood. I never understood it. It never made sense to me. The guy that invented the unicycle was just, you know what that was? That was a man that was spiting his wife. That's what that was.
Right.
He had this idea, like, we should ride around on a wheel. And she said that was stupid. And he's like, bitch, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this happen.
Being
Just
stupid?
to
Well,
tell
here-
her off.
That's all I can think of. That's the only reason why someone would invent a unicycle, because I cannot think of any rational person that would be all like, out of all the things to choose to travel with, yeah, the wheel.
Right.
The one wheel. I just need the one. That's it.
Well, okay. Yeah. I'm
And
down
so
with
no, I would not feel superior. I would feel stupid is what I would feel. I would feel like I'm the guy riding around with like a unicorn dick sticking out of his forehead or something. You know?
That is probably the best answer we've gotten to that question.
I was gonna say
think,
that
so
was that
far.
was pretty
I
good.
think that's
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's do one more real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. What's
What
the
about
most ridiculous fact that you know?
There you go.
Oh, the most ridiculous fact. Okay. Here's the most ridiculous fact. It was something that I learned from film school. And I'm not sure how ridiculous this is, really. It's more interesting than anything else, but I'm going to share it anyways. The Wilhelm Scream.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the Wilhelm Scream is basically a stock sound that's commonly used in a lot of film. You commonly hear it in like Indiana Jones and Star Wars whenever a character falls or is injured or something.
Yeah, they just used it in the finale of the Book of Boba Fett too.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a tribute to all the classic Star Wars films that have used that sound over and over and over again.
Right.
Is the original? It was named after Private Wilhelm, which is from this like old film, and he was a voice actor, and that's how we got the Wilhelm Scream. It was for an old Western film, and so they just decided to use it over and over again because it was that iconic.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, see, now you learn something new every day.
I almost want to know what the second use of the Wilhelm Scream was. Like,
right.
Like, who was on, like, it was probably one of the guys who recorded it, but it was just like, oh no, hey, let's use the scream. I got this great scream last time. Let's use it. Let's put it in there.
Yeah, right. They're all
like,
there's this guy fall. No, you know what it was? Is they were doing this movie, right? This guy was falling and they caught his scream, and it was just the girlish shriek that you've ever heard. They're like, we can't use that.
Yeah.
We need to fix that.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, oh, hey, remember that? That was a good scream. Let's use that one. Just dub it.
That was awesome. That is an excellent answer. That was a great fact. Yeah. All right. So, Michael, so anything in the works right now, or what do you got going on?
I don't. I'm putting a lot out there right now, trying to find auditions, and I'm also currently seeking representation as well.
Okay.
Agent management, whatever.
Welcome to our world. I think you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like a lot of waiting around right now. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting around, I am currently working on a few of my own personal projects. There is this one sea-based horror film that I'm working on right now that I want to produce and direct and everything, and possibly even cameo in myself. I mean, it wouldn't be because I mean Tarantino does it in all his films. I want to be like that, so he's kind of like my inspiration. So but yeah, that's kind of like what I'm working on right now. I don't have anything yet because again, work has gotten in the way of a lot. But if anybody wants to follow me, all my handles are kind of the same. It's my last name, Lloyd, Lloyd, Michael, and then my middle initial C. On Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and you can also find me on Facebook, Michael Lloyd Fans. And that's where everybody can follow me and get updates on what I'm doing and what's coming up and what the next project will be that I'm in.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll link all this stuff from our website too. So I was gonna say I have all your socials, so we'll link them up under the video from today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right on, dude. Well, hey, listen, man. Michael, I know you got to get going, but dude, I appreciate you so much for taking the time, and we would love to have you back on, especially you get something else pumping up. We'll be glad to bring you on here and we'll talk all about it, my man. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. It was a blast. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. It was great talking to you guys. And for sure. Next time, I got something coming up, I'll give you all a call.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds great, Michael.
We want it. And even if you don't, just come back on. You're a lot of fun, dude. I love having you on here.
Sounds good. I'll
get some more random questions for you.
Right.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, Michael. Michael Lloyd, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank
you, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right. And there we go. Boom. Oh, there. I really got to fix the buttons on this.
Yeah, you're messing with the soundboard. Hey.
I tried to give him the I'm Too Sexy outro, but apparently it's right next to the Neil Getzlow spot.
Yeah,
so
I got to take that song. I got to take that song off. You're a little too heavy-handed with it. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep it labeled as I'm Too Sexy, but I'm gonna change the song. I'm gonna change the song from week to week.
Oh my god, that was great. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, Rickroll.
Yeah. Don't blow my cover, man.
God. What was Corey? Corey brought up something here. Then came Hitchcock. Get me melons and meat, and give me
the perfect stabbing sound. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well played, Corey. Well played.
Yeah.
Man, see, he was fun, wasn't he, dude?
He was great. It's
That
totally
was
great.
awesome. Now,
Yeah.
have you seen the clips that I was talking about of him playing Flacco?
No,
Oh
unfortunately
my
I
God.
haven't. So I definitely want to check those out.
It's really cool. It's just because, like I said, it's all expression and his,
Yeah.
his body demeanor and stuff. And
Mhm.
you're just like, he's not saying anything, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, Flacco's a little upset, you know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, and he does kind of have that intimidating kind of, pissed off look kind of thing when he
Well, yeah,
wants to. I can
yeah. I
see
mean,
him
some
having that.
people, yeah, some people and that's funny that he had to work on his resting, on his resting
I
face,
know, so I was like, man, you
not to
kind of
look
got it
that
down.
way. I really got a kick out of that because no, I get in those, you get in those where you get just a little too pensive and everything, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, why are you so mad? And I'm like, oh no, I'm just thinking about stuff. Everything's fine up here.
It's
But no,
it's like the suicidal tendencies song. I'm just thinking about things, Mom. Why you get me a Pepsi?
right. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
projecting. I'm projecting anger, but no, I'm lost in a weird, and a
Yeah.
weird thought.
I'm
So,
just in a place right now, so
yes.
leave me alone. Oh man.
Yeah.
No, I'm very that was great.
Yeah.
And dude, the stuff about being in the tank and all that. I can't believe
Right.
you
No,
I
that's good stuff as well.
I
But
still don't get how you could. I mean, yeah, I get the cradled position and all that, but you're in a tank, dude. You're in a $3 million tank.
right.
Hello. How do you
Yeah.
sleep? I mean, I guess after a while you kind of get numb to it and all that, but I don't know.
I mean, I forgot those tanks don't come with bathrooms. Like if you're in a tank for 12 hours, what's the bathroom situation like?
Oh, there's little bottles.
Yeah. Right.
Um, it's like over the road truck driving.
No, yeah.
I got to make time.
Right.
Well,
That's not
guess what?
Gatorade in there.
Yeah. Oh, hey, trust me, dude. I've gotten into some what they call them tractors as well, and
Right. Yeah.
I've gotten into some at different places that I've worked at, just to go move the tractor, and I'd be like, "What is? Oh, good God!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, why did they not take that out?"
Yeah. Right.
Oh, and then you bring it up to him. Yeah, sorry, forgot about that, dude.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all right,
Uh,
Andrew. I think you've got Rum and Regrets coming up soon, don't you?
well, we're off this week, but
Oh.
we're gonna come back next week. I think we're gonna talk about the ending of Book of Boba Fett, and one of my friends whose sister-in-law directed episode 3 was an extra on the set. So I think we're going to get him on the show just to sort of get his idea of what it was like on the set. Because I mean, Robert Rodriguez was there, which was cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously he got to meet all the actors. He was in the cantina where Jennifer Beals was. So I mean, like he got to be right in the thick of the band, and so like he got to be like in a very character heavy scene,
Nice.
So yeah, so I think I'm gonna shoot for because I sat next to him at the radio station for 3 years. So
wow.
I'd know this guy. We'd send birthday cards to each other. We send each other stuff online. So like we're tight. So like I can get Scott on and hopefully get his idea of what it was like just to be on set that day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll be coming up next week then.
Yeah, so that'll drop not this Friday but next Friday.
Yeah. It's gonna drop. Yeah.
Drop. Yeah, we're dropping it. Yeah,
that's right. We're dropping everything just for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, and let's pump this up again one more time here. We've got Mr. Tom.
That's
Tom
right.
Rash. Where? Hold on. I'm bringing.
This is a big deal. You for $3, you can come in. You can co-host the show. You can ask this man anything you want about his time with DC, Marvel, his new his universe, the Trash universe, with Black Alpha coming on. I know, it's so cool. So yeah, guys, go to the randomchristianshow.com/raffle. Entries are $3. So just donate $3 to the show. That automatically enters you in. And
now remember, every $3 you put in gets you an extra spot.
Right.
So, like, if you put in
Yeah.
$9, you get 3 shots. 3
Yeah.
shots. I'm
Yeah.
holding up 4
Well,
fingers, and nobody can see me anyway, so it doesn't
well,
matter.
yeah, good thing you're off the camera. But
Yeah.
no, this is a big deal. Like if you ever wanted to ask a comic book artist anything, and then
Well,
obviously someone building his own universe in, where the universes are such a big deal now, like you get
yeah,
your chance to come on here and ask this man anything you want.
absolutely.
It is, yeah.
One of the things, because I know you're a little more in tune with this than I am, have
Mhm.
you heard of any underlying rumors about the Black Alpha either TV series or movie? Because he's being
So
really tight-lipped on it.
yeah, so no, I haven't seen anything yet. I subscribe to a bunch of these these sort of comic book news sites, right?
Right.
There was one mention of it like in upcoming projects. Like,
Mm.
and and the Black Alpha might get its, such and such this, but then that was it. Like it was a one line little thing. So, I mean, I guess like there's a lot of this stuff that can come up and people can toot you and say, hey, this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And then just sort of rip the floor right under you right at the last
Yeah.
minute.
And I think that's why he's being very tight-lipped on it, because
Yeah.
he's like, well, I want to, and he's like, no, I can't. I
Yeah.
just don't want to say anything right now. And then, I just sit there and go, fine,
Yeah.
Tom, fine, whatever, Tom.
I was watching Michael Rosenbaum's podcast with Alan Richson, the guy who plays Reacher in the Amazon Prime series. Which,
Oh yeah,
if you haven't watched Reacher yet, it's probably one of the best TV shows out there right now. So
and
if you have,
it was so funny you say that, because
okay.
my brother-in-law and his wife were over the other day, and
Uh-huh.
she was talking about it, and my wife goes, we're watching Reacher. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, and it's and so Alan Richson played Aquaman in Smallville. Okay. And he was on for one episode, and like he's like, oh, you guys, you were great. We're gonna give you your own show. We're gonna do all this stuff around you, right? And we're gonna do all this. And then like they talked him up for like 5 months or something, and then they completely dropped it.
Wow.
And they did something, they went another direction with it. So yeah, it was so yeah, so I get it, like, and especially where comic books right now is such a diluted market anyway,
Yeah.
like you could have all these promises and then they just don't
And
fly.
they
but
don't pull through. But
man, all
he's
these streaming
strong
systems
about what's happening. So
yeah,
I
all
think,
these
and I
streaming,
think that's the reason he's being extra tight-lipped about it, because he wants it to be a big reveal.
yeah, I mean, all these
Um,
platforms need content, and I mean, they're like his stuff is good anyway. So like I don't imagine like this not getting made and this not happening. But
right. Well, and
I
I
hope
was kind of surprised. Like he's very involved in the writing and the development of the characters, even with when he was working on the Iron Man and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done a super deep dive into some of his stuff, but what little digging I've done, I've just been like, wow, I did not
Yeah.
know he was so involved with some of this stuff, and
Yeah.
especially for Marvel, for God's sakes. I mean, that's, you're dealing with Stan Lee and
Yeah.
Tom Ditka. What's Avi Rand.
Oh yeah.
All these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
huge names in the graphic novel or comic.
Right.
I always call them
Yeah.
comics. Everybody's like, oh, they're graphic novels.
Yeah.
No, they're comics, man. I'm sorry.
Well, some are comic books, some are graphic novels. It depends
Well,
on
yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
So
But I
potato,
still call them comics.
potato,
Right.
tomato. Yeah. So,
or
yeah.
yeah. What's up with what's manga?
I don't know.
Oh, nobody cares about Japanese comic books, Matt. All right. No, we don't. Just
Be nice.
stick to
Be
your
nice.
Hello Kitty.
Be nice to our director. Get Matt back on.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Matt's-
I'm bringing Matt back in here for
Yeah,
a second
come on.
because
There he is.
there
All right.
he is. Boom. Shut your kick. Oh, now he
I
shuts
turn
up.
on my microphone. Jeez, Lou, you people! I swear, you made me little. Put me back.
Nope.
I got
And now,
big
now you're
rant,
going
big
underneath
rant.
Andy.
No.
So Andy can poop on you.
No, a lot of I love manga,
Yeah.
and
Right
now
Corey.
Lupin the Third is like really big into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just weird stuff. And
Some of it's pretty weird,
yeah.
but it's just Japanese graphic novels, comic books,
That's what we say to manga.
all that. But I did, while you guys were chatting, I looked up on the old Wikipedia the Wilhelm Scream,
Oh,
and the sound designer on Star Wars: A New Hope is the one that gave that Scream that name, because they used it for when Luke shoots a stormtrooper and the guy falls. And
yeah.
And that's what kind of brought it into pop culture. But apparently it's been used in a ton of Westerns. Before that. But
yeah,
it's just,
well, that's what he was saying.
And cartoons and this and that. And it's just you need a scream. Some guy found the recording and was just like, oh, that's the Scream. And then everyone's like, oh, we need a Scream. And they're like, I know where to get a good one.
Right.
I've got this 20-year-old recording that
you may have heard
laying
this
around
before.
for a while. In fact, it's been in every movie that you've probably seen. So
I think it's been in every Star Wars movie. And like Andy said, it was in I laughed. We finally watched all of the Book of Boba Fett. We finished it.
Yeah.
And and that Scream, I laughed. I'm like, Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Like, you just know it when you hear it.
You did not. You didn't even know what it was until you Googled it.
I did know it. I know things. Trust me.
Any Star Wars fans knows the Wilhelm Scream. Come on.
Well, and what's great is on Wikipedia, on IMDb, in the trivia, if a Wilhelm Scream is used in a movie, it will be in the trivia on IMDb.
Really?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
People are all about the Wilhelm Scream. Oh, and
Corey Hall, are you all about the Wilhelm Scream?
In, what?
4 minutes and 12 seconds. Yeah. I can see that.
People, it's
nerds.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
come on, don't hate on us.
Can't help it.
Saying it's out there, you know.
Yeah.
What are you
gonna? Baby.
That's
why I'm back behind.
Hey, look, it's Tom Rash. He's going to be on the show March 1st, and you can enter to win a guest host spot and signed artwork from Tom. So make sure you go to the randomchristianshow.com/raffle to get your entries in there. They're only $3 a pop. Yeah. So, all right, listen, this has been a lot of fun, but Matt, there we go.
Dude, brutal.
No, he likes being in the background. It gives him a sense of power.
Sure.
But no, we want to thank Michael Lloyd so very much for what is Corey saying? I don't know Wilhelm, but I know the Scream. I'm sure it's wonderful. Yeah, it's about as wonderful as manga. So there we go. Manga sounds like a communist dictator. Oh my god, it kind of does, doesn't it?
A little bit.
It fits. No, that would be mango. Mango. Right. Okay. So
can you do me a favor and refresh the soundboard?
Oh no. Oh, now this is going to be fun. Oh, I'm very pensive about pressing the buttons here. Okay. We're bringing it up.
Do it.
I'm too sexy for.
Oh.
No, I'm too sexy. Go all the way down.
Oh, I apologize. What do we got here? Oh, look at what we've got. Oh, that is staying on there. That is the Wilhelm Scream. Here, in fact, I'm going to pump it up a little bit here. Pew, 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 pew.
It's seriously. I mean, how can you not use that in any way, shape, or form? I mean,
we are gonna so abuse that. I'm telling you right now, that is staying on there, and it's getting one of those. I should. Yeah. Oh, Matt just had an excellent idea. Here we go.
Yeah, bring him back.
Matt, what was your idea
again? I thought he was going to stay in here.
Oh, I have a lot of great ideas. Which one do you want me to talk about?
How about one like this?
Oh, don't. Okay, that wasn't bad.
Snap out.
That wasn't bad.
I've only got two hands. I've only got two hands. I can't do the timing that well here. All right, let's try.
What idea? I have a lot of great ideas.
Oh, it didn't.
Oh, not quick enough.
Oh, okay, here we go. Andy, you get to Thanos snap. How's that?
Okay, all right, sure. But I have this great idea that I wanted to bring up with the show. So this is what... Oh, I thought you were going to snap me out of it.
No, I can't do it.
I
only have two hands.
I thought you were going to snap me. That's why I started talking. Yeah.
No, I was... We'll practice in the
we'll work on
the
this
off hour.
We'll
work on that.
Yep. Okay.
But so in the meantime, okay, so we want to thank very much. I want to thank our special guest that we had on, Mr. Michael Lloyd. Keep watching for him, kids. He is in Queen of the South. He's in the movie LBJ. Lots of other little knick-knacky shows that have had him on. What was the other one? Oh yeah, NCIS, New Orleans, and all that. So that was really cool. And Scream Queen, lots of fun. He was a blast. So I'm very excited to get him back on the show. Next week, where is it? Here's our card right here. I can do this right. Next week we're gonna have Travis Dunn. Yep, that's right, kids. Travis Dunn gonna be on the show, and he is going to be a lot of fun as well. Has been doing all sorts of bit acting and whatnot. Going to be a good time next Tuesday, 4:00 Central, right here on the old Random Christian Show. Let's not forget Mr. Tom Rash. Can't plug this enough, kids, because you got to get it in here the week before March 1st so we can draw your name and get you signed artwork and get you as a guest host on the show. $3 each spot. Make sure you do it. Get it in soon.
Only 7 days left.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're getting real close, aren't we?
We are.
Okay. We want to thank our official and unofficial sponsors, Consolidated Skateboards, The Dead Campers, for providing the music. Also, our official sponsor, Mr. Neil Getzlow, in the book Unmasked. Use the code RANDOM to get 10% off your Neil at neilgetzlow.com. And I just noticed Neil Getzlow spelled wrong.
Oh, did I screw it up?
It's Getzow.
I'll fix it. I will fix it. Sorry, Neil.
Oh, well,
sorry,
they
Neil.
hear it, so hopefully.
I will fix it.
Also, let's thank Squid's Killing It Productions. All sorts of different, music. He says video. What doesn't this guy do? Go to squidskillingit.com or squidskillingit Gmail. At Gmail and check him out. Any basically kind of media presence you really need, he can handle it for you. So make sure you get in there and talk to Michael and the boys over at Squid's Killing It Productions. In the meantime, I want to say thank you to Mr. Matt for running our behind the scenes projections here. Mr. Andy, thank you so much for being here, sir. And
you're welcome.
A technically kind of flawless show in a way. Not bad for being off for a couple of weeks.
People could hear you, and you weren't all like, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Half of the show you weren't like this.
Oh no. no, I was. It was just sounded really cool to be like that. Oh God, stop it. So Andrew, thank you so much for being with me. As always, has been a blast. And we will be talking to you next week. And we'll be bringing up, we'll talk a little more about the old Roman Regrets show and the Book of Boba Fett. All right?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week. For the rest of you out there in the world, Corey Hall and everybody else that has been listening in, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. Now, this week, make sure you take care of each other. Be good to each other. Be kind. And respect each other because we're all we got out here, and we need to help each other out. All right, kids? We will see you next week, 4 o'clock with Travis Dunn. Make sure you go to the randomchristianshow.com/raffle and get your entries in for the Tom Rash show coming up on March 1st. Peace out, kids. We'll see you next week.